Support for City Series Baseball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the University of Akron for City Series Baseball here on APS 15. Yeah, it's windy. Shocker. Dave Schick, Joe Paganski, Peter George bringing the action on a gorgeous
There's the introduction.
afternoon.
Now I can talk, right? Because I was talking when we started.
Yeah, you can talk.
Perfect.
As was that pitch by Griffin Malik on the hill today for the Ellet Orangemen. I'm sorry, that's Joe Williams. Griffin Malik is DH, and how about that? I messed up already. Trey Payne, his battery mate. 0-2 quickly. Williams wasting no time on the leadoff hitter, Cody Jenkins. Will go through the north order here after this next pitch. Cody Jenkins, 3-pitch strikeout for a quick first out for Joe Williams. Rest of the order for the North Vikings. Catcher Tyler Santa Cruz. Batting third, the shortstop Jaden Brower. Batting fourth, the right fielder Alex Smith. Batting fifth, the pitcher Tommy Stout. Batting sixth, the first baseman Thomas Lockard. Batting seventh, the DH Jacob Shiplet. Batting eighth, second baseman Patrick Cummings. And batting ninth is the third baseman Isidro Madrigal. Santa Cruz, Santiago, I knew I'd do it. Takes the first curveball high, but fouls off the second one. 1-1 to even the count.
Well, the real question is where is Santa Carago? That was a big
Where
series
in the world
when we
is
were
it?
Younger. That was probably what, late 90s?
Yeah, well, maybe
No,
early.
No, early 90s.
Yeah.
That was like, I was trying to think when I was like elementary school. It's big.
Tyler fouls that second one back. 1-2 now on him.
That's when you were big, when you had a TV show. Not everybody's got a TV show.
Yeah, now it doesn't take talent. Nice curveball in the dirt. Kept in front and thrown out for the second out of the inning. Trey Payne blocked it. A lot of regulars getting a day off today for the Orangemen, as they're still not only alive for City Series Championship, but still alive in tournament action. Baseball and softball, those only sports where you still play your tournament while you're playing the regular season. OSHA still hasn't figured that one out yet.
They're up against the weather and then the end of the school year. And the school year keeps getting pushed up in August.
Line drive. Hit that well, did Browder, but right at the center fielder Schramm. 3 up, 3 down for North here in the top of the first. Ellet coming up. Getting ready for the bottom of the first inning here. Tommy Stout on the hill for the Vikings. His battery mate, Tyler Santa Cruz. And the order, it's going to be a tough one today. A little windy. Shocker wind on campus here at Akron. The Ellet Orangemen today, leading off is shortstop Andy McClelland. Batting second, center fielder Alan Thomas. Batting third, first baseman Nathan Englehart. Batting fourth, the center fielder Caleb Schramm. Batting fifth is the DH Griffin Malik. Batting sixth, second baseman Tyler Westron. Batting seventh is the right fielder Justin Lewis. Batting eighth, third baseman Andrew Borden-Kircher. And batting ninth is the catcher Trey Payne.
I like what that guy's doing out. He's out in the bullpen, just sitting on the bench. That's a good place to watch the game.
Yeah, it is. McClellan took strike one, but promptly lines the second offering into center field for the first hit of the ball game. Several regulars on the bench today for we don't see Garrett Haverstick. We don't see Stephen Matt Cody right now. Williams is only pitching, not hitting. So getting to see really the depth on display that the Orangemen have.
Now, does that kind of get you out of your routine? I mean, this is an extra game that you could, certainly it could be an injury. I understand that, and fatigue, but you also have, extra hits. It's kind of like a batting practice. You get to practice. You're out here against a real pitcher.
Depends who you are. Having seen many levels play, and myself included, sometimes you see a slower pitcher, it kind of messes with timing, and I don't know. I would want to play, but that's a coach's decision.
Got to Cavaliers it up. Take some rest.
I'd want to go Tristan Thompson and play every game until that was also snapped this year.
Yeah, well, broke his tooth or his face or something on his face. I think
breaking your face can't feel good.
I think I would have played about 5 minutes and then I would have left.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna try to go, and then I'd be like, no, it hurts, I'm out.
How did Cal Ripken do what he did? I mean, you roll an ankle, you pull a hammy. I'm sorry, he played hurt a lot. He had to. It's not like he DH'd very much too. He played short. 2-2 count on Alan Thomas.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with his training regimen and
upbringing, toughness.
Yeah, and then a little genetics in there too.
Sure, that always helps.
I mean, I think he took a lot of. I think he really prided himself on flexibility and strength, where some athletes do one, mainly the strength and not as much flexibility.
Hope they got the runner picked off at second.
Oh, so you think. Uh-oh, there's nobody there covering third. And he's going to make it. So they try to catch him, but the pitcher a little slow to get over to third base to cover. What does that go as, Joe? Stolen base?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I had some doozies last game I could have had your help on.
Should have phoned a friend.
Which ones were errors and which ones were... Luckily I had Peter, and he just agreed with whatever I said. So
that's nice.
It's a consensus. There was a poll. Just Peter was busy with other stuff, so he just kind of agreed with me.
Shot up the middle. Nathan Englehart drives in the first run of the ball game. In the pickoff attempt, could have proved big there, but they didn't finish the deal. 1-0 Orangemen. So Englehart on first, 1 out.
And 2 hits, 2 singles.
2 shots up the middle. Can't go wrong up the middle, that's what they say. Who's they? You know.
No, I don't know.
The baseball people.
Oh.
The unofficial rule writers.
Top men. Top men.
Evens the count at 1-1 on Caleb Schramm, the center fielder. Griffin Malik waits on deck.
Certainly, if you're tuning in today, check out our website at akronschools.com to watch the Spring Classic with Garfield and Kenmore. Went into 10 innings.
Yeah, how about that? Skies that one to right field, but the wind just holds it up for the second out of the inning. We'll bring Griffin Malik to the plate. Yep, that's the wind.
Don't worry, only one of us has a windscreen. Guess who that is? It's still me, though. It still sounds like it's me. You gotta turn your back to the wind.
Yeah, it's not helping.
So I got gonna get Space Jam from the library for my son to watch. I think my son's gonna think it's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I'm gonna have to introduce him to Bugs Bunny. He doesn't know.
And Michael Jordan.
No, I have a feeling he's gonna think Michael Jordan's LeBron. It's just my.
Ball in the gap. Make a long single for Malik. Englehart scampers into third. Third hit of the inning for the Orangemen. That'll bring Tyler Western to the plate. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Ellet up 1. Western at second base today. Takes the first offering way up high.
Which would you rather have, Joe? Would you rather have like a double or a triple, or would you rather just have like a sac fly for an RBI?
I triple because I didn't get a whole lot of those. That's the hardest one to get.
Yeah.
Western goes the other way. That's trouble, and it goes down and through. So here's how you score that one, partner. That goes as a single and an RBI, and an error that allows him to get to second base. A lot of people would score that a double. Not this guy. Single and error. Gets the single, though, and the ribby. Not this guy.
Yeah, we didn't have any of these. That's good.
Advances the second. That ball almost, kind of the wind knocked it down, but he almost could have laid out there for it, but Western hit that well the other way.
This is a pretty inexperienced team,
just
baseball-wise, on what they know, and I think you see a little bit of that in that outfield play, not being able to quite judge where it's at and knowing how to keep it in front of you.
2 outs in the inning. Justin Lewis, the right fielder today. Hacks at that one and knocks it into the dugout.
Hey, watch out, teammates. Wake up. Somebody spit their sunflower seeds out with that coming at them. No one high with the Sox today.
No.
It's odd. It's like a warmer day.
They're going low today. He rips that one right at the first baseman. Squeezed nicely over there by Thomas Lockhart. But the Orangemen get 2 runs on 4 hits, and they lead by 2 after 1. Back to action here in the top of the second. Right fielder Alex Smith.
Had a chance to talk with the Ellet coach before the game a little bit about the pitching and how we're going to see multiple pitchers in today's game.
Coach, tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher and what strengths he brings to the mound today.
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to break the game up today. So my starting pitcher is only going to go 1 inning, but he's one of our first relievers on the varsity, and I wanted him to face the top of the order, get through the first inning, and then he's done for the day. But Joe Williams has been a lights-out pitcher for us for the most part. He throws hard. He has a decent curveball. He just needs to pitch an inning, and I think it's better for him to do that than just throw a bullpen. And then after that, we'll throw in some one senior and then a couple young guys to finish up.
There you go, and that's why we have a different pitcher in.
And he strikes out his first batter. That new pitcher is brought to you by a windstorm, is Jordan Craig. The southpaw picks up where Williams left off.
See how that wins you? I'm over here behind the building.
All right, let me see if it helps back here. I'd rather get some sun, but whatever. I'll take one for the team. Tommy Stout fouls that first one back into Club Cadet Field. Got to get him out.
I can't slouch down enough to see under the railing.
Man, he took the 9-iron and kind of chipped that one out of the rough to the second baseman. Throws over to first for the easy put out for the second out of the inning. Stout retired 4-3. That'll bring Thomas Lockhart, who robbed Justin Lewis of a base hit, and maybe had to catch it because it was about right at his neck.
It's either catch it or let it hit you.
And I don't want that hitting you. That's
Yeah.
going faster than a pitch. That ball, exit speed on that, well over 100 miles an hour. As Payne ripped it right into the glove of Lockhart, who now takes
Ball 2.
ball 2. Yeah, beautiful day. Look how thick that infield grass is. Be a great field to bunt on. Bunt it pretty hard and it'll stay fair. unless you get it on the edge and it just blink.
Yeah, Craig having a little trouble now, down 3-0.
Hacking was Lockhart, and he swings through it.
Now, how do you feel with the, especially here at the high school level, the coach, high school coach wearing the uniform or, you know, shorts, polo shirts? I know it's, you know, certainly in basketball, it's, you know, polo shirts and khakis is more acceptable than, or is acceptable now compared to the tie and the suit. And, you know, football coaches have always kind of done their own thing with the hoodies or the cutoffs.
Well, let me think about it, and we'll answer it after the break. How's that? Since they go 1, 2, 3 in the second, let me think about that one. Nothing across for North, and we're still 2-0 after 1.5. Back to action here in the bottom of the second. 8-9-1 due up for the Orangemen.
Had a chance to talk with the North pitcher, or the North coach, about his pitcher, and that's what he had to say.
Can you tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher and what strengths he brings to the mound today?
Our starting pitcher is a senior this year, so this is his 4th year, so he knows the game. He knows the game very well, and he has great off speeds.
That was it. Great off speed. Hey, little nugget you didn't know.
Always going to need to use it today because this Ellet lineup more than formidable. Andrew Bordenkircher at the plate. Takes that one back all the way to the backstop. Evens the count at once. Bordenkircher at third base. Made a nice play to end the inning. Now he gets the lead off this inning. There's one of those off-speed offering, kind of floats in there a little high.
So jersey, no jersey. What do you think, Joe?
I'm kind of old school, so I like the jersey, but I wouldn't see any problem with wearing, you know, like a pullover with a, I don't know, sweats, something nice. I don't think this is a suit and tie sport. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's just that one sport where they do it. That ball is pounded, and the left fielder gets turned around a couple of times, and that falls over his head. Really got into that one.
Same thing as before, I assume.
We'll give him a double.
Ooh. Look at this guy, so generous.
Well, misplayed a little bit, but
It's more where he hit the ball than
deep. Trey Payne at the plate. Put it in the wrong spot. What do you think on the uniform issue?
I mean, I think that I think even in basketball, I think there needs to be a standard. I mean, there's so many standards for the players and their uniforms, and there's
officials.
There's just no standard for coaching. I mean, there's coaches that are in khakis and a polo shirt, or khakis and a tie, khakis and a dress shirt without a tie. And I'm not saying any of those are bad. There's certainly people that are under that, where they're in warm-up pants and a T-shirt.
Jeans.
Yeah, those things. I think there needs to be some sort of, you know, dress casual or business dress for the coach. You know, just as you know, you're out there kind of leading in that role. Certainly here, I think in baseball, you wouldn't put that same type of uniform on, but you know, if there's a standard for the players and there's a standard for the coaches, if that's the uniform, then that's the uniform. You know, as we kind of talked about in between innings, it's not, you know, it's not like you know, they're in something drastically uncomfortable if they're wearing the uniform but not out there playing. And when you have coaches on the field, it makes them, you know, easily identifiable as to who they're with when they're in uniform for the same team.
Bordenkircher advances the third on a wild pitch. 2-1 on Trey Payne. That one just misses. Inside. Comes set way upstairs, and they lose his Payne. Ball 4. First 2 on here in the second for the Orangemen. That'll bring top of the order and Andy McClelland up.
Yeah, he hit well into left field. Start off the first inning, and then 2 stolen bases thereafter. So
singled and scored at back in the first, and that's going to be cruising into second is Payne, no throw.
So now he's got 2 in scoring position if he can get another hit on. Well, that's one way to get on base.
Yeah.
Take your base, Dorn.
Dorn.
I gotta stand up.
Oh, well, if you're standing
I
up,
can't.
I'm standing
I,
up. I don't like sitting up.
yeah, there's too much stuff in the way. I can't see the delivery. I have very little to talk about if I can't see it.
You can feel it.
Yeah, I can't feel it from.
Come on, Miyagi. Alan Thomas and Stout has gotten wild here in the second. Wild pitch scores Borden Kircher. Everybody advances.
Yeah, his last 2 were on wild pitches. So he kind of set some stuff back up, second and third. No outs with a run given up already.
Quickly 2-0 on Thomas. So a double, a walk, and a hit by pitch now. And this inning is lengthening for the Orangemen, which means it's lengthening pitch count-wise for Stout, who needs to do something to help himself out here. Aims that one and misses 4 straight. And no move whatsoever. Bullpen is quiet except for a couple spectators down there.
And they're not warming up yet.
No, they're not even got the call.
Is there a high school stadium in Ohio where there's actual phone to call?
I bet.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or you can like make the call to the reliever.
Probably somebody put it in somewhere, right? Not that I can remember. I've played at. There's a strike.
I don't think that's usually something you have in high school. I bet you there's somebody that's got one.
Dublin Kaufman was a really nice stadium I played at. I don't think they had it.
It's probably like someplace you wouldn't think about, like in Conneaut.
Like in Pequot or something.
Yeah. Like, hey, we should put the line out there. Tags it.
That'll be a sac fly. Englehart gets the job done as he flies out the left, but he gets a sacrifice fly. So no official at bat, but gets his second RBI in the game. Coming in to score, Trey Payne, making it 4-0. Other runners hold. So first and second, 1 out for Caleb Schramm, who lined out. Or actually, he flew out, hit about 600 feet. 300 up and 300 down to right field last time. Gets ahead, and that's straight up. Catcher's going to have a chance to make a play, and he does. Nice play by Santa Cruz for the second out. And Stout with a chance here to minimize the damage. And Craig, looks like Craig is hitting here.
I can double check for you.
I just need him to turn.
It hasn't happened yet. would make sense. He's pitching in the spot.
Or is it Griffin?
Craig.
Yep. Oh, yeah, good throw. Had him if he squeezes it at third. Well, a double steal by the Orangemen. Good throw by the catcher. Looked like it got there in time, but they couldn't squeeze it at third.
Looking for a hit. He's waiting. I think it's the right move. I mean, he's hit and walked one this inning. Walked two, sorry, this inning. Just be patient because not a lot's come over across the plate.
That one kind of chopped. That's going to be a tough play. It's short. Gun to first, but it can't be scooped out. 2 runs going to come in, score on the throwing error. That was my favorite, hitting me in the face. No problem. Good to be home. And isn't it nice somebody using this field?
Joe and his memories.
You know, I gotta get at least one comment in a game on it. Lazy fly ball to center. Coming in, and a nice basket catch to end the inning. That'll retire Western. But the Orangemen get 4 more, and after 2, they lead 6-0.
I'm gonna move my chair up in the sun.
There you go. Jacob Shiplett, Patrick Cummings, Isidro Madrigal, 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Vikings here in the 3rd.
Yeah, I think they just, they want to get a hit and get one more person up to bat. They've had 3 up, 3 down, 2 innings in a row here. And now you got the bottom of the order. It'd be nice to get someone on base and let the top of the order
turn it over to him, right?
Yeah, have some help to him.
Just a bit outside, 1-1. On Shiplett, the DH today. And there's your base runner. He takes one. No. Wow.
What's going on? Oh, he threw
Said he leaned into it, so. Called it a ball, but said he leaned into it. I'll have to disagree with that one, too. 2-2.
I've been a lean pretty far over the plate.
Oh, swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Crafty, though, to try and get away with it.
We saw a no-no from the Orangemen in our last telecast. Could we see 2? Am I trying to jinx them? No, I'm not. Remember, it was a perfect game for.
Yeah, it was one pitcher. I'm not sure after we get to the 5th inning if we're gonna have as good of luck with the pitching. He's gonna bring in a lot younger pitchers, and it's gonna be a little more even with the Vikings here. Oh.
In your opinion?
In my opinion.
It's a nice match you got there. Orange and yellow.
Yeah, it's not a very good match.
Says who?
Between me and you, we got
Says
orange.
The sun, Jupiter. Oh,
orange, red, and yellow.
Good.
We're terrible.
It would be a bad rec ball uniform team.
Yeah. You know, I've been getting into like that neon yellow. It's like the safety yellow.
For what?
for workout apparel.
Why would you do that? So everyone can see you?
Well, because sometimes I'll like
safety first.
Sometimes I'll lift and then I'll go run and I don't have to change.
You know,
it's more out of.
You want me to get you a headband with a reflector light on there?
Hey, you just want to be safe, Joe.
Safety first.
If it starts getting dark out, you can still see me.
And I wear black and gray.
Out
That's
there
not very
working.
smart. 2-0 now on Madrigal.
I actually have one of the vests too for work if I need it.
Safety
Yeah.
first.
Well, safety and workout because it's not tagged, so I can work out in it and then wash it.
We
Which
used
is
to have
good.
the old event staff that the APS workers
Yeah.
wear and the Akron workers
There
would
you
wear.
go. We don't get any of those. We're event staff.
Ball 3.
When we show up, that's when the event starts.
Madrigal swings away.
2-1 now.
That one ripped right at the second baseman. Western fields smoothly and throws over for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 once again. Nice job by Jordan Craig as he retires 6 straight. 6-0 Ellet coming to bat in the third.
So he's like,
Back to action here in the third. Peter George, Joe Pakinski, and the heartbreaker, Dave Schick.
just because your kid's crying. Because
It's
he's
got to be somebody's fault.
Yeah.
Not be yours. Another rip to the first
Oh.
baseman. He doesn't get this one. And he is one of those guys, when I played first, I would play as deep as possible against because he is just turning and burning. Lewis base hit to start the inning. Before I even had a chance to stand up. Out of the way, first pitch hacking. Andrew Bordenkircher, he doubled and scored just an inning ago.
checks it first. It's safe, obviously.
Checks in the mail. No. Oh,
Low in the zone. there.
widening out a little bit. Huge lead at first. He's going. And he's going to be up. And he stole that one with the lead and the jump. Did Lewis. 1-1 on Bordenkircher.
Well, they've gotten 3 runs in each inning so far.
5 different players with a hit so far for the Orangemen.
That one outside.
Englehart 1 for 1. He's got 2 RBIs of the day. Ball 3. Pickoff attempt. Lewis back easily.
And it winds out of the west.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to hit about 86 today down here. A wild pitch hits off the umpire.
And ball 4 also to Kircher. That'll bring Trey Payne. He walked last inning and scored.
He's not even going to throw that one real high.
That goes as indifference. No stolen base, no attempt. Didn't even look at him.
How do you write indifference?
IND.
Oh. There you go. Good to know. I've been giving stolen bases to everybody.
Most people do.
Ouch. I mean, the most people. Look at those other people. Like,
I'm in the
most
Robbie
people.
rule book.
I think you'd be pretty satisfied if you got the stolen base.
That one tickles the outside corner. 2-1. On the catcher, Trey Payne. Payne delivers and knocks it just a bit foul. It lands as a long foul ball. No outs here in the third.
So you think it's helped the Orangemen playing here in the collegiate-sized field as they have done well in the tournament thus far?
I think it teaches you better hit the ball down and hard here because the wind blows in about 80% of the time. So that part of it helps. Maybe helps the outfielders have lots of ground to cover. And a lot better bounces than you get on some high school fields. Oof.
Well, and I think too, the coach talked about how Joe Williams hit a 3-run home run, and you know, certainly having home games here, you're not really able to hit them out real well in comparison to some of the other places where they could hit from.
Right. Fourth walk already here, and the base is loaded, no outs, and that one's popped up. Infield fly if fair. Can't call it if it's foul, which it's not, so it's just a foul ball. That's why the umpire said infield fly if fair, but the wind just pushed that thing foul. So new life for McClelland. First baseman kind of drifted for that one. Wind kind of pushed it away from him. He couldn't get to it.
Still kind of tracking it, never really got underneath it.
Right. Didn't get to the spot, kind of tried to drift with the ball, and the wind won. Mother Nature wins often. Especially when sun and wind are involved lots of times. That's a pass ball. That was a good pitch. Excuse me. Lewis comes in easily for the 7th run on the pass ball. Wild pitch is on the pitcher, and a pass ball is the catcher's. Kind of an error on the catcher. It doesn't count as an error, but McClellan rips that one to left, coming in to make the catch and then drop it. He's the left fielder. So
only got one though.
He's 7. Give him the RBI. Payne stayed at second. Kersher comes in to score. McClellan on first. Still nobody out. He gets ahead with that fastball. Looks like he pumped back on that one a little bit. Alan Thomas struck out in the first, walked and scored in the second. Nice little curveball waved at.
It looked like you had Trey Page trying to encourage Borden Kircher to take a little bigger lead, maybe get a double steal going. A little late on the communication, so it didn't go anywhere.
Rings him up, strikes out looking for the first out. Nice sequence by Tommy Stout there. That brings Nathan Englehart to the plate.
He got a strikeout of him earlier in the first inning. Now came back here in the third, get his second of the game. Just one out. Saying hi.
No.
Someone honking for you. Joe Legend's here, guys. Better
Who?
honk as you drive by.
Oh, they ran a pickoff. And I actually like the fact that the shortstop kind of stumbled, because that caused me to pay attention to him. I don't think it was by design, but if it was, I like it. Doesn't work. And that one in the hole, and that's going to be a tough throw out. Oh, they go the short way. Fielder's choice. For Engelhardt, he reaches on the fielder's choice, but everybody's safe. Bases loaded for Caleb Schramm.
Schramm, who's done really well on our broadcast. He's hit the ball usually pretty well when we cover him. Schramm, though, today 0 for 2, flying out to the outfield, and then a pop-up.
He looked like he wanted to pull the trigger on that one, too. He's only seen a couple pitches. First pitch hacking his last at bat. Looks like he wanted to jump out of his shoes there, but he didn't. Coming in with that offering to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, and he's showing a little patience here. I think he's got a nice little groove going on here. He's kind of went away in the first inning and then got to come up to bat in the second inning, but caused a second out. Now here in the third inning, gets another look.
Yeah, this guy will not give an inside pitch. I thought that was a strike. That was fouled off. 2-2 on Schramm. And again, this is a case where he's just out in front a little bit right now. Well said. Well said. Yeah, he's trying to stay back, but you can see he's fighting it. Used to, whereas the slow speed can kind of mess up the timing a little bit. He goes off speed again. He hits it hard. Got to go there right away, but recovers. He's like, oh wait, gets the fielder's choice, gets the out at home. Trey Payne retired on that fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. Everybody else advances.
And now that'll bring Craig up, who had a hit last time on an E4. Joe called, but it's close.
E6, but that's all right.
Sorry, E6.
Well, he's got another chance. Hey, it's still brought in a couple runs, right?
Hey, I got E4 here. Let me write E6. There you go. That's correct. Just in case these become legal
he gets a
documents.
hit here. He's going to want that Flores Cafe player of the game. But he grows. Bad hop. And that one is a hit. I'm sorry. I can't give an error on that one off of his face. Terrible hop. Terrible hop. My goodness, hit hard. And it looks like he's all right at third base. Madrigal.
Yeah, just hops right in front of him.
Yeah, it looks like it got the lip there. With that one, Craig. See, I told you chance for justice. That one looked like it was going to be an error. Bad hop base hit. Baseball gods on his side. Give him 2 RBIs on the play. That brings up Tyler Western, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Western hits that one up and down. Is it old Texas Leaguer? His second hit drives in his first or his second run as well. So Tyler Western 2 for 3 on the day. And Justin Lewis back up again. And he turns on it again. I like it.
Be alert, be alive. It's coming at you.
Be ready right side. Let's see. I think I'm missing. Did you get Schramm scoring too?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one I'm missing.
Yep. Engelhardt and Schramm on the last hit, they both came in.
Okay, that's right.
On that pop. That's behind them. That'll move. Move the runners.
So 5 in the inning. Stout's got 2 outs. He's got to hit 1 more here. And they have batted around. Hey,
First base.
shot to first. That one scooped up and handled for the 3rd out, but not before the Orangemen get 5 more, and after 3 complete, all Orangemen on top 11-0.
That's what I do.
Back to action here in the top of the 4th.
That's what I do, Joe. Give people hard times.
Top of the order.
Oh, I'm not ready yet. I was talking. All right, hold on. Keep talking. I'll get it queued up.
Well, they're okay.
Yeah,
Cody Jenkins, Tyler Santa Cruz, and Chopper, fielded by Duckworth, flips it over. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring Tyler Santa Cruz to the plate.
All right, I'm ready.
Ball 1. Go ahead, man.
Had a chance to talk with Ellet coach about how their season's done and a little playoff recap.
A little bit about your playoff game, what you felt you guys did right, and kind of what your message is to your seniors going further in the tournament.
Well, what we really did is we got 2 huge plays. The first inning, we had a player we threw a play out at home to end the first inning. The 3rd inning, with 2 outs, we had a kid hit a 3-run homer. Joe Williams hit the 3-run homer yesterday, right down the line at a 3:30 down the line too. So it was a shot, and we just were praying that it stayed fair, and it just did stay in the foul pole, and that got us jump started 3-0. And then we got a few runs the next inning and made it 6, and then our defense and pitching held up, and we got the victory.
There you go.
That's a good recipe for success. Get runs early and then turn it over to your pitching staff and defense. We know this offense is good and they have good pitching. Nasty off-speed pitch. First strikeout for Duckworth in the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Jaden Brower, hit the hardest ball of the day for the Vikings, lined out in his first at bat to the center fielder Schramm. Right-hander comes set, fires, first pitch swinging, and that one being held up by the wind. It squeezed at short. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Orangemen. They've been perfect on the mound through 4 as they still lead 11-0.
Who gets the sideboard?
Back to action here in the bottom of the 4th. Borden, Kircher, Payne, and McClellan, 8-9-1 due up for the Orangemen. First pitch swinging and hitting it through. Look at that bounce. Oh, Plinko there. Base hit for Kirchner to start the inning. You got something for us or no?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I was just marking the hit down, that's all. Otherwise, I'll forget. Had a chance to talk with the assistant North coach. I know their head coach is out on medical leave, but this is what he had to say about their season.
And then tell me a little bit about how your season's gone, the highs and lows of what's happened so far, and as you get close to the close here of the season.
Our season went a little rough this year. We haven't won a game yet, so we're 0 in, I believe 12, 13, something like that. Most of our players, I'd say 8, 9, even probably maybe 10. 10 of the 14 players haven't picked up a glove since they got to high school. So these guys are first coming in, not knowing how to play. So by the end of this year, they've gotten to know the game. They know the basics of, they know the techniques of baseball. We're teaching them how to the game. and they came a long way since then. So proud of them.
Yeah. Actually, well said by Coach. It just shows you the different directions of both of these programs. One is basically a startup. One is an established front runner in the league, a team that is challenging in their district.
Well, I think, as he said, like having that that feeder system, a lot of these players in Ellet isn't necessarily their first year. They have a lot of guys that have, played in the youth programs, and they understand the game. They've gotten better. They know kind of what specialty part of the baseball field they want to play on, and what talents they have to bring to that position. They have a couple that come on that just have interest, that are maybe just athletes.
Yep.
But it's certainly not 10 to 12, 9 or 10 of the entire roster that's figuring things out for the first time. It's easier to assimilate to guys that know what they're doing, and then you kind of fill in and learn on the cuff as it happens.
So much of this game mental, and just knowing where to be. It kind of slows the speed of the game down for you when you just have that mental clock of knowing where to go. And maybe with the exception of the rule being Ted Williams, who missed a lot of his prime, we're talking about a guy with extraordinary capabilities. This isn't a sport you can take years off and just, it's not like riding a bike. You just can't pick it up right away. It takes a lot.
Well, I think you've even seen that at the professional level, even with like a Tim Tebow, certainly a guy that athletic-wise was good enough to be in the NFL, and then for some reason, that opportunity stopped, and he was able to, do broadcasting for a little bit, and then kind of tried to do baseball, and he's had up and down success, because he's just got that time period where he wasn't playing, he wasn't learning, wasn't doing the things he needed to do.
Ground ball to short. Beats it out, and then it's thrown away as they try to get the runner at third. And cruising in to score is Borden Kircher. Bang, bang play at first. McClellan beat it out. And advances on the air. That'll bring Alan Thomas to the plate. One out. McClellan on first. Thomas looking for his first hit of the game. Swings through it.
And one of the few players that hasn't got a hit or scored a run yet.
Yeah, looks to just be pulling that head off the ball.
Oh, I'm sorry. Allen did score in the second inning.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hasn't got a hit, I would say. Hit or an RBI.
Pops that one up way high. And a nice job by the shortstop, taking charge on kind of a tough play. Jaden Brower had a little better angle. You can hear him call it from here. And he squeezes it for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Nathan Englehart to the plate. 1 for 2, a couple of runs scored, a couple of runs batted in for Englehart. He takes strike one over the outside corner. Comes set, and he reaches for that one. Grounds it to second. Has time, but can't make the play. Englehart aboard on the error. Second error of the inning. And the 5th of the ball game for the Vikings. That brings Caleb Schramm to the plate.
Ooh, Penn Station, East Coast. Every Tuesday during lunch, get a free cookie. That's a great thing to send Tuesday afternoon.
I was thinking the same thing.
Every Tuesday during lunch, get a free cookie bite. That's great. You sent it to me at 6:08 on Tuesday. It's after lunchtime.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
Email fail. Limited time. Like it already expired.
Chopper to first. Nice play by the first base coach. And Stout way ahead in the count here, 0-2, as he's looking to get his troops in to have one last crack at this Orangemen pitching staff.
Penn Station rewards program, not great.
No.
Well, you can get they have 2 promos a year where you get buy one get one
Yes.
subs. But it's like feast or famine. You get a whole month where you can play different games to earn subs. Then there's nothing else the rest of the year.
Right.
Nothing. Why don't you just make that 1 week that you can play the game and win a sub, and then give me another week throughout the year. Give me 4 times a year, quarterly. Or send some other specials or hey, you shop here a lot. Here's $1 off.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And also don't send me emails for free cookie bites after lunchtime because that's terrible. Actually, it came to me at 6 o'clock this morning.
Schramm fouls that one straight back.
Oh, just stays inside the park. Because I could tell you I probably would have went and got a cookie today, a sub, but not now. It's already over.
No, I can't go there now. Now I knew if I would have went there earlier, I could have got a cookie.
Yeah.
I'm going to want a cookie if I go there, and
Their cookies aren't great. They're not.
Not like Subways or Panera, bro. Oh, man, so good.
Subway's is good.
Panera's
expensive.
Very.
A cookie's $2.50. What?
Tommy Stout doing the job this inning, gets another ground ball, but yep, the wheels have come off defensively here for the Vikings.
Well, the good news is they got 2 outs, so you can either get a strikeout or, if it goes somewhere else on the field, maybe we can get a ground out or a fly ball or something. I'd be throwing everything down.
He's getting ground balls.
Yeah.
He's doing what he needs to do here. It's
He's
probably been his best inning pitched. But 3 errors in the inning will prolong things.
Back-to-back errors.
Yeah, that's a killer.
They even showed some of the highlights of the Cavs' first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And just you could see in body language at times, even the professional athletes, when one of their players would hit a shot. There was one, LeBron hits the 3.
Deflation.
And everyone he just puts his head down. Everyone has their hands up come on. This is ridiculous.
They do all we can. And
he still hits it.
Because that's what you want him shooting.
Yeah, and to me, this is
3, not wide open.
Kind of what Stout's feeling right now. Hey, man, come on. And that'll get you off your game pretty quickly. You can see it here in this at-bat. I see he nabs him on the front. Hit by pitch.
Yep.
I mean, he's pitched well, and now it's just hey, man, come on.
Well, Tyler Western to the plate. 2 for 3 on the day.
13-0 the score. And now I think he's focused. Get me out of here, he's saying. Let me get out of this jam. To me, you gotta have these little competitions with yourself. I'm gonna get out of this jam. I'm gonna do this. Let me get this guy. Not look at the whole picture.
1-1 on Western. Yep, hard to not, when things aren't going well, it's hard to not think in this game because of the pace of the game, too. It's a little tougher in basketball when it's moving so fast.
Yeah,
but
you can get into your rhythm, I think, a little easier.
You can really get into your own head in this game. Because then you start thinking and it slows you down a little bit. And offensively, your timing's a little bit off. Pitching-wise, you're thinking and you're trying to put the ball in a spot instead of just letting it go.
Oof. He's not getting any help behind the plate either. That was close, I thought.
3-1. Maybe a little upstairs. I don't know. Oh, he's getting up. Get the bullpen up.
Yeah, lefty's up on the mound. See, good things happen when I stand up. Got some contact. And no players jumped the outfield fence. That's a positive. That was an oddity, Joe. Just left the field. Just gonna go over there.
Oh, he's gonna get another chance.
Nope.
Oh.
Base runner was there. He still hasn't collected it yet. They could have got another one, but they kind of hold him back.
Well, Tyler, you just got yourself
that's a base hit, right?
a base hit, yeah. He'll take it.
Not ideally where he wanted to go, but just, I mean, the shortstop came up on it. Base runner was there and tried to kind of run around him. Now, what if the base runner touches the ball?
Out.
Yeah,
but it goes as a base hit. One of the only. So we need that to happen, you're saying?
Well, I'm saying he shouldn't have gone around. He should have let it come through. Maybe it hits him. Or maybe he throws to second. That's not a good idea.
And they're not even going to score here. That's 3 times he's been hit. Or at least twice. He didn't even flinch, though. Justin Lewis, hey, heads up over here, right side. Him and the first baseman have had an ongoing battle today. Uh-oh. That one drilled right to the center fielder, who squeezes it, but not before the Orangemen add on 3 more, and they lead by a score of 14-0. Back to action here in the top of the 5th. Last chance here for the Vikings.
That's a tough one, Joe.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go on with your spot.
All right.
Here.
I talked with North coach about some of the development of their team this year.
One player that you have in your team that you've really seen growth this year with?
I couldn't stick out. I couldn't bring one person to mind. I would have to say the whole team, because they've all not picked up a lot of them have picked up a glove and see where they're at right now. All of them have come a long way. I would say the 4 or 5 that have played baseball their whole lives, they know the game. They've progressed very well as well. But I would say the whole team.
See, whole team.
Very PC answer right there.
The art of interviewing is not to say anything, because you got a little longer answer there by just not saying anything.
There goes the perfect game. Haverstick got him on the arm.
It's the first guy to reach base.
Yes.
Oh.
Alex Smith couldn't get out of the way that time.
Haverstick, the freshman, out there. David, good name, like it.
Tommy Stout drives that one to right. Caught for the first out of the inning. Justin Lewis hauls it down.
I got probably maybe last year. Well, since I went back to work. Like, there's already a Dave there, so I just go by David. It's not like by choice. That's growing on me. It is the legal name.
It's
so
your
it's
work
about
name.
time. Yeah. It's like my alter ego. Like, David's so much more formal than, all the names my wife calls me at home anyway. Hello.
Foul ball off of gate 1.
Oh, that's what we saw.
Right through gate 1.
That's what we saw at Canal Park on Saturday, man. Probably the first 2 innings, we had 10 of them go over the back of the backstop.
That's
it was
the
like
one
perfect.
thing about that design. Off speed misses outside. On the first baseman, Lockhart, he grounded to third in his first at bat.
They smell like hot dogs.
He lines that one. And a great play at second. He's going to double him off. And how about that way to end the game? Another shutout here for the Orangemen as they have a nice little tune-up here for tourney action and for City Series Championship action, which we'll see here next week. But Lockhart lines out 4 and doubling off on a great play by the second baseman, Western, to end this one.
Yeah, and looking at our signature player of the game brought to us by Flurry's Cafe that have signature pancakes. Flurry's Cafe located at 2202 Front Street, right in Cuyahoga Falls. I'm going to go with Andy McClendon. Had 2 hits, scored 3 times, had a couple stolen bases, and certainly a great leadoff spot and had the good play there to end the game.
Team no-hitter for the Orangemen. They don't give up a run. They don't give up a hit today on the great play at the end of the game. Nice tune-up for them as they look to extend their season here with hopefully a City Series championship if you're an Orangeman fan, and a deep run in the playoffs. Hey, we want to thank everyone that made this one possible. For Ryan Rittenhouse and Peter George, and for David Schick and Joe Pacansky. Thanks, and we'll see you for Championship Tuesday.